think the best way to start this off is to relive a little video that Alan Drummond and our great friend Pam Damoff made together and stuck on the internet. They thought it would go over really well. But anyway, check it out.
So, I think it's time to change the attitude. I think it's time to accept what Canadians are saying, which is, the days of, hunting for your family and providing for your family. Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent it happens, but let's be real. People do not go and, shoot 20 deer and feed their family venison every night. First of all, the family would reject that because venison's not that great. And so it's time, I think, that we acknowledge what Canadians are saying, which is, the days of the pioneer lifestyle, they're long since gone. And we want to see a restriction on these types of firearms. We want to see a restriction.
All right. So, I just put that clip in our television show, which airs about a week from now if you're watching this on the Thursday when the podcast comes out. And I tell the audience there all the time, I don't show you these clips to get you upset. I show them to you because it's really important that you know what these people are saying, what they're doing, right? Because these people will lie to you, right? That group in particular said, members of that group have said, no, we're not trying to get rid of hunting rifles. We have no interest. Everybody can keep all their guns, just these assault weapons. In fact, if you go to the Canadian, if you're looking for misinformation or disinformation, a great place to find it is go over to the Doctors for Protection from Guns Twitter feed, because they have all this. The Conservative Party of Canada wants to make assault weapons legal again in Canada and stuff like that. It's endless over there. It's just wild, right? Like I don't know. I see it a little bit different. I think you should just be honest with people, because then you can have an honest dialogue, but you can't win when you have a bad argument if you're honest, I guess is what the deal is. So anyway, the clip that I showed you was from a couple of years ago. So you might wonder maybe have they got a little smarter? Have they become more honest? Are they still, towing those kinds of lines? Because they have said that they aren't after firearms used for hunting, right? Well, this is what Dr. Alan Drummond tweeted out May the 10th. Check this out. So he tweets out this story from New Zealand that says the following: trauma surgeons want stricter rules for air rifles after study shows that they can kill at 10 meters. Now, this isn't the first time that they've been scaremongering about pellet guns. Here's another tweet that they put out about pellet guns. They love to talk about pellet guns. Now, if you think about the range from, let's say 50 cals, or even full autos past that, and all the way down to pellet guns, or even further airsoft. Because remember, to my recollection, that group supported the ban on airsoft too, that was supposed to come out in Bill C-21, if I remember correctly. So, to think for a second that they're okay with your 308 or your 30-06 Springfield sniper rifle, you think again, right? Like, just listen to what they say. When someone tells you who they are, you should believe them, obviously, right? So anyway, Alan Drummond, he's an interesting cat. Hey, he just can't stay out of trouble, that one. But whatever, I guess a doctor knows everything about everything. If you remember, this group gets so many resources from the federal government. I don't know if you remember, the Justin Trudeau and Bill Blair held a press conference with the doctors, and it was carried, I think it was carried live, if I remember correctly, on almost every major network, right, to support one of their gun bans or their gun bills. It was C-71 or C-21 or the May 2020 gun ban or something. And if you remember, all the doctors on that panel, they're esteemed doctors, and all the doctors were wearing white coats, right? As if they just walked out of the clinic, out of the operating room, and they're going to walk right back in. They've come out in their white coats so you don't forget that they're doctors. So the federal government can say, hey, look, your doctors, the people that save your lives, they are recommending that you agree with gun bans, that you support gun bans. This is what your doctor wants. Similar, I guess, to your doctors recommending their favorite brand of cigarettes or telling you to take, thalidomide or thalidomide or whatever that drug was that severely damaged unborn fetuses that was completely fine and safe to take, right? Among other things, I guess, right? So anyway, yeah, they're still at it. So when their mask slips and they're like, we want every gun, we don't want civilians to have any guns whatsoever, And then the hunters start to step up and go, wait a minute, what did you say? And they're like, oh, but hunting rifles are okay. And then they're trying to struggle to get that mask back on their face. Don't believe them. They'll say it. You just got to wait. You know, if you remember Najma Ahmed, here's a couple of her tweets, and they're almost identical to each other, said at different times. Canadians deserve to be safe from guns. No civilian needs access to guns. And then the other one, Canadians deserve to be safe from guns. No civilian needs access to guns. Hashtag this is our lane. Like what? Anyway, whatever, man. Like I said, not trying to get you inflamed, not trying to get you frustrated. Just listen to what they're saying, though. Don't believe them when they say one thing and then tell you something different the next time and then switch it back, right?
Remember, if you don't stand up for your own ability to own and use firearms, who will? Join the CCFR or donate right now at www.firearmrights.ca.